Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, June the 10th of 2024. So this will cover the week of June the 3rd through the 9th of 2024. So there are a few things to talk about this week, not entirely my trophy progress, but just within trophy hunting in general. So first off, I want to point out, I think I've already mentioned this on a previous trophy update, but apparently Black Ops 6's trophy list is going to be DLC for Modern Warfare 2, at least on the PS5, which is so incredibly stupid. I cannot possibly comprehend why that's a decision that someone at Activision made, and they have no right to ever be working on a video game ever again, in my opinion. Next bit of news, Power Wash Simulator has another DLC announced. I'm not sure when it's coming out yet, but it is announced that they are getting another DLC. It is like an Alice in Wonderland DLC, I believe. So presumably it will be fairly easy, just like all the previous ones, but it will probably cost $8, and it will probably be for both versions, which unfortunately means having to download both back to the hard drive that I don't have a lot of space for. But, you know, it is what it is. I love Power Wash Simulator, so I can't complain that much. It's always a fun game to me. Definitely one of my favorites, at least recently. Then, Fallout 76. So this is not actually guide update necessarily, because our trophy guide for this thing, or our whole, extensive guide for the game, is basically done at this point, and we were about to publish it. Then it turns out that a new massive expansion is coming out on the 12th, which is literally in 2 days, so Wednesday. It's some massive expansion that includes a Vault 63 and a whole massive expansion to the map, and I'm willing to bet that it's going to have trophies, so yeah, I guess our guide isn't quite done yet. So, I don't really complain about that because, Fallout 76 is good now. But, you couldn't have waited like a month so I could at least get this thing published first that I've been talking about for forever, and then, clear it off my hard drive for just a little while because it's taking up 130 gigs now that Call of Duty is going to take up probably over 300 after we get Black Ops 6 on there, which is just, again, so stupid I can't understand it. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring up those couple of points about trophies for those games. Also, it's that time of year, it's June, so anytime now we might be getting our yearly Minecraft trophy update. It usually happens in June, so I will be keeping my eye out for that in case that ends up coming up sometime in the near future. But now we can actually talk about, actual trophy progress. So the first one is in Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. And I think some of the progress I made on this game was actually on last Sunday night after I recorded the video, but I didn't really want to just end off the week then because I had some free time that night and I wanted to just go ahead and play some more of this game. So let's see what I might have got in there. Okay, yep, so 6-2, super late at night. Got to Legendary status as Technician, so that is 64 Technician medals and 64 Guardian medals. So we are completely done with those two types of medals. Still have to do, I want to say it's something like, I'm not even halfway on Frenzy, Regulator, Marksman, or Gunslinger yet, unfortunately. War Hero, I'm over halfway there, though. I know I've gotten at least half of that done. Then I went into the stuff in Battlefront 1 and actually finished both of the miscellaneous trophies, and everything else in Battlefront 1 is actually done. So in Battlefront 1, with this first trophy where you have to knock a Jedi off of the map, this one's kind of tricky to do. It's best done on the Cloud City map. It's like the landing platforms one, and you have to use a rocket launcher and just launch it at Count Dooku or whatever heroes spawn on that map, and just keep on doing it repeatedly until you eventually get one of them to fly off the map from killing them with it. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take a few tries. It's a little bit finicky as to when it pops. Some people have it pop without even really doing anything. But overall, it's not anything too hard. It's just going to take probably a little bit of time to get lucky with it. Then this one is actually best done during the Galactic Civil War campaign in Battlefront 1, because there's a Hoth mission where you play as the Rebels, and it's actually very beneficial to take out at least one of the AT-ATs during that. Gets you a lot of points, makes your game a little bit easier, but it's actually pretty easy to do even if you're just doing it in instant action. Just get another person in your snowspeeder, circle around the AT-AT, they will eventually grapple it, then just keep circling it until they take it out. It's as simple as that. And then, yep, Elite Regulator status. So we're halfway through, I guess, on Regulator status, because I think that's the halfway point of 32. Same with Marksman and Gunslinger. Either that or those are the ones for like 16 or something, so it might actually not be as much progress as I thought I had made. And then I finished off the Galactic Civil War campaign in Battlefront. I finished off both of these campaigns a lot more easily than I did on the PS5 version of the game, because I was playing the normal difficulty on the PS5 version. I went ahead and did easy on this version and didn't have like any problems whatsoever. Battlefront 2 campaign, I think I have like 3 missions left in it. I'm on Polis Massa, so I think it's Polis Massa, then I think it's Yavin, and then it should be Hoth, and that should be the end of it, aside from space battles that I'm not doing. And no other trophy progress, but, you know, making progress in this game. We've gotten to elite status for every medal, we've gotten to legendary status for several medals, so I'm getting fairly close to the end. If I can just sit down and have some time to play this over the next week, I should finally be able to finish this one, or at least be very close to being done. I mean, there's not a lot of trophies left, and these final few are going to go faster because you don't need to do as many. You only need, I believe it's 4 pistol kills per gunslinger instead of 6, 4 headshots with a sniper rifle instead of 6, I think 6 kills with the shotgun instead of 8, and like 9 kills with the rifle instead of 12, or 8 kills with it instead of 12. But it's really just those are the only ones left, and then War Hero, which should come naturally while going for those kills. So yeah, just do that, and then, you know, finishing the campaign for Battlefront 2, which I'm pretty close to being done with. And then I will be done with everything in Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. I mean, it's a fun game. I enjoyed doing it again overall, even though it's not as fun as the PS5 version, because I've been spending a little bit more time just, you know, grinding it with 2 controllers instead, because it's faster this time, and I'm not streaming it this time through, so it's just easier to do it that way. So yeah, that was my Battlefront progress. Hopefully going to be getting pretty close to being done with that by the end of this coming week, and maybe even playing a little bit after I finish recording this video, because I record these on Sundays. So the next game I made progress in, the Walking Dead Telltale Definitive Series. So Season 2 has been done for a couple of weeks, but in this past week, I finished all of Michonne in a single night. Altogether, Michonne took 3.5 hours approximately, and it was quite boring. I don't really have any interest in this season because, I mean, it's shorter, it's just not all that interesting, it doesn't have our normal characters to it. The choices don't feel like they make all that much of a difference either. And at least it's fairly short, though. It only took 3.5 hours, and I still got some pretty rare outcomes from doing Circle Only. So with Michonne out of the way, next up is Season 3, which is the shortest of the regular full-blown seasons. I want to say this one's only like 6 to 7 hours, so hopefully only 2 streams to finish this whole season, so that would be kind of nice. And then once we get through Season 3, then we go off to Season 4, which will be more of Circle Only, and Season 4 is going to take 2, maybe 3 streams. Hopefully we can get it done in 2 streams. That's the current goal. It might take 3, but hopefully we can get it done in 2. And then we'll be done with the Walking Dead Telltale Definitive Series. I don't know the next time I'm going to do a Telltale game, because I'm still going to have to do both versions of The Expanse. Actually, I think there's 3 versions of that. Going to have to do the Japanese version of Season 1, though it doesn't include the DLC, so don't have to worry about that again, so it's going to be a little bit shorter. The PS4 previous collection that doesn't include Season 4, and then there's the European version of this season. There's the other 3 versions of Season 4, so yeah, it's still quite a bit to go in the Telltale world, but I mean, making progress on clearing them, finally doing, you know, one of the longest ones at least, so that's good. And there's also like Sam & Max games that have gotten either remakes or ports or something onto the PS5, so got to do those at some point as well, or PS4, so got to do those at some point probably. And then the main focus of this week was Fallout 4, so we got the Platinum Trophy over a week ago. Platinum Trophy has been done for a couple of weeks now, so, or a week and a half now, so nothing else to say about that. It was a great time to play through it again. It was a lot of fun, had a lot of fun streaming it. Automatron has been done. Wasteland Workshop has been, well, it's been done for less time, but it has been done. Contraptions has been done for a very long time. So Vault-Tec, okay, yeah, Vault-Tec has been done for a little bit over like a week and a half to 2 weeks. Again, I still think it's ridiculous that I actually had to kill the Overseer to make this actually unlock the first time, because I couldn't get Clem or Cletus or whatever his name was to ride the bicycle. But I eventually got these quests to actually work in one of my later streams of the game, so thankfully I was able to get the full amount of content out of this DLC. I have a very simple, large, one-room vault and some food and water just outside of it. So, I mean, they'll survive down there. They can't complain too much. And I mean, I finished the quests, did everything with it. Just trying to clear out all the quests on my quest log because I still have quite a few left, especially with Nuka-World having started up. But most of my progress this week from Fallout 4 was in Far Harbor, which is one of the best DLCs in the game, and I actually 100%ed it. So when it comes to trophies, you have 5 trophies here at the top that are all story-related, but this one is potentially missable if you don't do it early enough. Like if you do certain things before getting the nuclear key card, this one may not unlock. So I would say once you've gotten through where you belong, definitely make a backup save there just in case something goes horribly wrong. And then you can make sure you knock out all 3 of these quests in a single playthrough. The way life should be, this one is... I don't remember exactly what you have to do, but the nuclear key card is a part of it. Or no, cleansing the land is the one where the nuclear key card is a part of it. The way life should be is like when you're confronting Dima about certain things that he's done as a simp. And then close to home is the very, very last quest you get where you just return back to the wasteland and tell whatever her name is, her parents, about what happened and everything. And yeah, so story-related trophies. I mean, I didn't have to do that stupid block puzzle this week. That was like a week ago. Thankfully, never have to do that ever again because it's so dumb. So yeah, all story trophies up through the first half of this list, which is nice, but just remember that cleansing the land is apparently missable, which is, again, it's surprising to me, but no one told me about that until like a year ago, so I'm actually very surprised about that. But it is missable, so just keep that in mind. Just be worried about it. Or don't worry too much about it, because it's not that big a deal, but just remember that it is missable. Then for the miscellaneous trophies, the Islander's Almanac, there were 5 issues of this. I had found 1 or 2 of them naturally. The other 3 I just had to go seek out, which was simple enough. Just go to their location, pick them up, you're good to go. The sea creatures, these are things like anglers and the giant hermit crabs and such. I don't think the mirelurks actually count for this. So I think this was actually the last... Yeah, that was the last trophy I got from this DLC, just because it took a little bit of... Not really farming, but it just took a little bit longer because... I mean, I had a follower a lot of the time that was doing a good bit of the work, so it took a little bit longer, but it wasn't anything too bad. Nothing too much to worry about with it. Then the 20 Far Harbor locations, there's over 30 there, so this is not a problem at all. You should get this while going for all the miscellaneous trophies and the main story. I mean, I didn't even have to do the whole Vault murder mystery storyline, like side quest line, so maybe I'll go do that at a later point in like a later stream or something if I have the time for it. The 3 locations for workshops, there are 4 total, but apparently this one is missable if you were to, like, destroy the island or something during the main storyline, so I found out that this one was also missable, which was quite surprising. That was a very new development to me. But as long as you don't, like, destroy the island, and I actually brought peace between all 3 factions, so it ended very well. No worries about things becoming missable at that point. And then just cook any of the recipes having to do with any of the food items in this DLC, like Angler and stuff, and you'll get that trophy. So, yeah, easy DLC overall. 2 to 3 out of 10 in difficulty takes, I would say, like 6 to 10 hours overall. Probably like 8 to 10 hours, actually, overall, because you have that stupid puzzle quest, and then you have, 5 total story quests, plus a few others in between. Some exploration, maybe a little bit of kill grinding. But it's nothing too much to worry about. It's a very good DLC as well. It's the best one in this game. And now we're off to Nuka-World, the last and hardest DLC in the game. So this DLC has 4 story-related trophies. There's only about 6 story missions, though this Grand Tour one is super, super long. So you have 4 story trophies that are all going to be unmissable, so at least that's good. It's the other 6 miscellaneous trophies that are a little bit more of an issue. So, completing 12 quests for any of the Nuka-World Raider gangs. This one I'm currently working on. I've done maybe 7 or 8 total so far. I've done... Basically, these have you go back into the Commonwealth Wasteland and either, like, kill someone or capture someone with the explosive collar, or, like, join up with a team of raiders to kill a different team of raiders, pretty much. And it's had me, like, waging war against Good Neighbor the whole time, which is kind of funny. I don't really remember that happening previously. The Scab magazine, there are 5 issues of this. It's just like the one in Far Harbor. Just look at a guide for it. You're not going to have a problem. Create 20 different flavors. I found like 3 of the recipes so far, so I'm not looking forward to this because you need a lot of materials and you need to find the recipe books for them, which takes a while. The 8 Raider camps in the Commonwealth. This is the thing that really screws you over if you were doing a Minuteman playthrough. Now, I'm doing a Brotherhood playthrough, so it's not that big a deal. And you get to piss off Preston, which is kind of nice. But it is annoying because you have to go give up 8 of your hard-earned settlements in the main game wasteland and give them over to the Raiders. And also, anything related to the Raiders is actually missable in this DLC if you happen to piss them off by going for the whole option of kill all the Raiders here. That will keep you friendly with the Minutemen, and it'll keep you friendly with Preston, but it is a lot of work to do because there's like 100 total Raiders in that DLC you have to kill, so it's a lot of people you have to fight, and it's super easy to turn them hostile by accident, so I'm being very careful. I'm making some backup saves along the way just in case something goes wrong. The 100,000 tickets is actually much easier than it used to be because there is a method to farm it much faster. It uses sort of a glitch in the game, but it apparently allows you to farm much faster, so at least it's not going to be quite as bad as it was on the PS4 version. And then, of course, this one was a broken mess on the PS4. It was very random, like even though I know for a fact I did it, it took like 80 kills, I think, instead, or 80 to 90 kills that actually made 40 of them count. It was really weird. Only certain Nuka-Colas seem to count, certain ones may not. Their effects wear off after like 5 seconds, so it's just a mess. I'm not looking forward to doing this one again, unless they actually fixed it and made it work better this time, and it's one of those times where I really wish we had a trophy tracker. Because again, for some reason, there's no trophy tracker on the PS5 version of this game, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know why they wouldn't have had that. But anyway, that it is what it is. It'll take at least 2 more streams to finish Nuka-World, probably 3 more, but we're getting pretty close to being done with Fallout 4. And I mean, we're getting pretty close to being done with Walking Dead, getting pretty close to being done with Star Wars. So, yeah, actually making progress on a lot of games. I mean, obviously, we've got other games that are about to get more DLC. I'm assuming 76 is going to get new DLC. I'm assuming that Power Wash Simulator is going to get DLC soon. I'm assuming Minecraft gets one more. Then, of course, we got Modern Warfare 3 to start working on soon, but I'll talk about that here in a minute once we sync up. Alright, with that, level 864, 77%, 28,182 total trophies, 803 platinums, 5,322 golds, 7,550 silvers, 14,507 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. So, this week is probably not going to be as heavy on content because it is Father's Day this coming weekend, so my parents are going to come down for that, of course. So, streams might only be like Wednesday and then one more either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Probably would be Friday, I would think would make the most sense. So yeah, probably only 2 streams this week. It'll probably only be Fallout 4, or it might be some Fallout 4 mixed with Walking Dead. We'll have to figure that out later on, though. But that's going to be my main focus this week is Fallout 4 and or The Walking Dead on streams, and then Star Wars Battlefront Classic when I have free time to work on it. Hopefully get pretty close to finishing that this week. I'll, of course, be playing some Fallout 76 because we're getting that new expansion, and I'm going to assume that it's going to have trophies, but I've been wrong before. I mean, Steel Dawn didn't, but Steel Rain did, so honestly, who knows? And then Power Wash, I don't know when that DLC comes out. I don't think it has an official release date yet. And then the other game, Minecraft, it should have DLC sometime soon, but there's nothing announced yet, so I guess we'll have to see about that. In terms of videos and such that I'm working on, the Fallout Ohio video, I unfortunately didn't get a chance to work on it this week, but I'm really going to prioritize that this week and try to get it out by the end of the weekend. Because, I mean, everything's recorded, it's just got to get put together now. It's actually the same thing with the Bugsnax video. That one, the major stuff is out of the way, it's just editing the last parts of it together. So I don't think it would be out this week, but maybe next week if everything goes right. I've also, again, been working on research for the next Fallout lore video after the Ohio video's done. So those are the main videos I'm working on right now. Also, the 701 through 800 I've recorded through Call of Duty Classic, so I'm halfway through, but probably more than halfway through because there was that massive platinum dumpster dive. It was like 1.5 platinum dumpster dives during the second half of that. So I'm probably like 60% of the way through it, so getting closer, should have that done, or at least everything recorded fairly soon. Then I'll still have to, get it edited together and uploaded. But I'm looking forward to that. I don't think it's going to be as insanely long as some of the previous ones, just because I had a few dumpster dives in there, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave me a like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done so already. let me know down in the comments what you've been working on in the past week, if you have been doing, Fallout 4, Walking Dead, or Star Wars, or any of this other DLC stuff. And I will also say that the next thing we're going to work on once Fallout 4 and Walking Dead are done is going to be Modern Warfare 3. So I'm going to stream the entirety of the campaign, but I know the campaign is very short and its trophies are pretty short. I'm not going to stream all the zombie scrap because, quite frankly, I don't want to, and I really don't want to play it in the first place. But, I mean, I have to because it's on my trophy list already because they decided to screw over all the trophy hunters with that whole setup. But that's going to be the next series once Fallout 4 and Walking Dead are done, but I assume that's only going to be maybe 3 streams or something, probably, so it's not going to be super long. So after that, though, I haven't decided what'll come next, because, I mean, I have plenty of games that you'll see out here. I mean, I bought some games that I picked up for the next Platinum Dumpster Dive. This one won't be a dumpster dive, this will be its own game, because it's an infamously bad PS4 title, but I have other stuff like this, and this, and this that'll be for any sort of future Platinum Dumpster Dive. I have quite a few things in here that'll be good for a dumpster dive in the future, so hopefully we'll be doing that fairly soon, 1 of 2 this year probably, because I'm trying to cut that down to twice in a year, just 2 times, get a bunch of trophies on those certain specific days, and just be done with it. Oh yeah, Astro's Playroom randomly got a DLC, but apparently you can't complete it yet, which is really, really weird. It won't be completable until the next Astro game actually comes out in a while, in October or something, or whenever it is, so that's kind of interesting. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all later this week for 1 or 2 streams, and hopefully at least 1 good video, so see you guys then.